Hi everyone, it is Friday, January 17th, and I am coming to you from Bahamas. We're here for a work conference for Harrison, and it's kind of a rainy, crappy day. Crappy day, come on please, it's 25 degrees. But it's perfect for me to be sitting in our hotel room and chatting with you guys. And I thought what I would focus on today is a little bit more about Capricorn and more specifically about elements and qualities. So I'm sure I've talked about this or touched upon it in different videos before, but I thought I would kind of like lay it out in a very kind of like basic groundwork kind of way. Because I have had the great fortune in the last couple weeks of people private messaging me and letting me know that they are really enjoying the videos, and they're really enjoying the educating aspect to them, which is pretty exciting for me because yeah, it's a huge subject, and I like being able to give you like little bits, and even like going back and remembering the little bits that I got a long time ago that helped me to understand the subject a little bit more. So yeah, elements and qualities are big. They're very basic, and it takes a little while to get them stuck in your mind. Like, it's funny, like when I think about when I first started studying astrology, even being able to name the signs in order was a huge thing to get. And then remembering what the element was of every sign and the quality, like it seems like a long time ago, but I do remember it being challenging, and that I had to come up with like little tricks to remember the order of the elements, because what ends up happening with the elements, there's 4 of them. There's fire, earth, air, and water, and then they repeat 3 times. And for the qualities, it's cardinal, fixed, and mutable, and that repeats 4 times. So it's called the quadruplicities and triplicities. Who cares? I always got that mixed up too. But the thing is, like, remembering what is the order of the elements. So I taught a workshop recently, and I said an easy way to remember is via, like a donkey braying, because it's fire, earth, air, and water. And it starts with Aries, and it starts with the, in March with the solstice. And Aries starts off the zodiac. So Pisces is the last sign, it's the 12th sign, and Aries is the first. And it's good to remember that about Aries, because Aries are kind of like the babies of the zodiac, and there's a real sweetness to Aries because they grab at things. Like there's a fresh like baby kind of like, I want to do it, I want to attack life thing about Aries. But I'm not going to get off track here. What I wanted to kind of tell you guys is the way it goes. Aries is the first fire sign, then Taurus is the first earth sign. You get Gemini, which is the first air sign, and then Cancer, which is the first water sign, and then those elements repeat. So the second fire sign is Leo, which starts the social sign. So the first 4 signs are called personal. The second 4 signs that start with Leo are called social, and it starts Leo, second fire, and then you get Virgo, second earth. You get Libra, which is the second of the air signs, and then Scorpio, which is the second of the water signs. Those are the social signs, and then you get the universal signs, the next block. And that starts with Sagittarius, which is the third and final fire sign. Capricorn, the sign that we're in right now, which is the third and final earth sign. We go into Aquarius next, which is the third and final air, and then we get to the last sign of the zodiac, the 12th sign of the zodiac, which is Pisces, which is the final water sign. So those are the elements. And in terms of just like very quickly encapsulating what the elements kind of mean, a crude explanation would be that fire is kind of like the ideas. They're the generators. They're very spontaneous, passionate, romantic. It's fire. Just think about the elements and what they feel like to you, right? And then you get earth, and it's of the earth. It's very practical and grounded and sensual and of the body and structural, And then you get into the air sign, and it's of the mind. So it's of the intellect, and it's ideas, and it's thinking, and it's monkey brain, and it's like everything that's happening here first, right? It's an air sign. And communication. And then you get into the water signs, which is the world of emotions and feelings and intuitions and gut responses and that kind of emotional intensity. So those are the elements. And then there's qualities, and there's 3 qualities that repeat 4 times. So it starts off again, Aries starts off spring, and that's cardinal. And then you move into Taurus, Taurus is a fixed sign. And the fixed signs kind of have the energy of the fixed signs is they get the thing done. They are slow and steady wins a race. They move through it. They make long-term commitments. Like Cardinal starts it. Fixed like keeps it going. It's a fixed sign. It'll kind of like motor through. And then you get Mutable, which the first of the mutable signs is Gemini. So you get Cardinal, Fixed, Mutable with Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and then it repeats. So then you get Cardinal with Cancer, and then Fixed is Leo, Mutable is Virgo. Cardinal starting off fall is Libra in October. September, October. Libra, and then you get Fixed, which is Scorpio, and Mutable Sagittarius. And it repeats for the fourth and final time, Cardinal with Capricorn, starting winter, and then Fixed being Aquarius, Fixed Air, and then the final mutable sign is Pisces. And the cool thing about the elements and qualities is each one of them is a unique combination. So, Aries is the only fire sign that is cardinal, because you get Leo, which is a fixed fire, and then you get Sagittarius, which is a mutable fire. See how it kind of like works? So everything is very distinctive. Every sign has a very distinctive blend of element and quality that is not like any other sign, and it expresses itself thusly. So that's pretty cool. The thing about the qualities and elements, like for me being fixed water, it really does speak a lot to me because I tend to be quite emotional in the way that I experience life in the world, and it's intense. And then, sorry, my glasses are really super smudgy. It's sunblock. And then I'm fixed, and I'm very fixed in my affection. So that's why I keep friends for as long as I do, and why you have to throw rocks at me to get me to go away, and why I stay at jobs as long as I do, and stuff like that. It's a very fixed quality, fixed kind of like sees things through. But you get into complication because we're not just our sun signs, right? So I have a stellium in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a mutable sign, and it's fiery. So I'm dominantly fixed water, but then I have 5 planets. 5 planets were in the sign of Sagittarius when I was born. So that makes me very fiery and mutable. And a mutable sign, I haven't touched on them, but they're very adaptable, and they're very versatile. But at the same time, they can have a hard time focusing in on something. I was talking about that with Sag when we were last kind of like going through the sign, and I was saying it's really hard for Sages because they're fiery and they're constantly having more ideas and pivoting. Like they pivot this, but that, but this, but that, but this. So it's really hard. You need to get them focused, and it's really good if they have other things. A Sag has other things in their chart that help them with that fixity of focus, right? So I think that's good for an overview. I'm at 8 minutes, which is too long, and I'm gonna just cap it at that. But hi from Bahamas. Thank you so much for watching the videos and for letting me know that they're appreciated. And I hope this made some sense of stuff, and I'll be back to make more sense of stuff next week. Mwah! Bye guys.